Welcome to Basic Electronics lecture series. I, Professor Hitesh Dholakia, is going to explain you different parameters of PN junction under zero bias condition, or one can say under no bias condition. If you see my previous video, in that I have already explained you what will happen with PN junction if you have zero bias condition. See, when you diffuse P-type and N-type material together, there will be a formation of depletion region. You see, this is what depletion region that will get formed, and that is happening because of donor impurities and acceptor impurities are diffused together. At that time, holes and electrons are getting diffused. So N-type materials electrons are diffused with P-type materials holes, and it will be forming negative and positive ions. Positive ions are getting created at the side of N-type material, and negative ions are getting created at the side of P-type material. Right. Now with this depletion region, we are dealt with to see different parameters like space charge, like space charge density, like electric field and potential. So I'll show you how all those parameters are there, and I'll explain you how to calculate all those parameters. So first of all, what I'll do is, at this junction I'll be considering this X, that is 0, which is reference. With this N-type material, I'll be considering Xn, that is a width of depletion region with respect to center, and Xp, that is a width of depletion region with respect to center. Right. Now let us see what is space charge. Now see, in this region at the side of N-type, there are positive ions. So obviously space charge, that will be positive. So here there will be positive space charge. Now see, at the side of P-type material, there is negative ions. So obviously here there will be negative space charge. Right. Now how to have a calculation of total space charge? So that one can calculate based on space charge density, and if you want to calculate space charge density for this positive ion, then space charge density rho, that has to be charge into concentration of impurities. At N side we have donor impurities, so Nd that I need to write. And if you want to calculate space charge density at this side, then that will be rho is equals to charge into impurities, and here we have acceptor impurities, so I am writing Q into Na. So that is how we have space charge density, and as I am showing you, this is uniformly spreaded, right? That's why you can see step is there. So as if it is uniformly spreaded, you will be observing space charge density that will be changing linearly, right? So here it is positive and it will be changing like this linearly, right? It will be changing like this linearly, and over here it will be 0. So this is how space charge density is there. Now let us try to understand third parameter, that is electric field. Now see, electric field that will get emerged from positive ions, and it will get enclosed towards negative ion. So electric field will happen like this. But if you try to understand how shape is there, then you see here there is no space charge. So at this end electric field will be 0, as well as here there is no space charge. So at this end electric field will be 0. So you'll be observing at this end electric field is 0, and at this end electric field is 0. Right. Now you see electric field is happening in this direction. So obviously in this direction electric field is negative. Right. Now you see, because of positive ion, electric field that will happen and it will be like this, right? It will be like this. And because of negative ion, it is there in same direction, but it will decrease as it reaches, right? And I am showing this as negative electric field. Why? The reason is it is there in this direction. Now there can be a question like how we can have a calculation of this E max, right? So if you want to calculate this maximum electric field, then all we can do is we need to have integration of space charge density divided by epsilon, right? Now see, there are two ways by which we can have this Emax calculation. See, earlier as I have said, here this region is 0 to xn. So if you take this line as integration, what will happen? If you take this line as integration, then this is what? Rho by epsilon. And rho for this line, for this region, it is q and d by epsilon and integration of 1, that is x, and if you apply limit 0 to xn, this will be xn, right? And if you consider this line for a calculation of Emax, then we need to focus about this region, and in this region you see rho, that is qna, right? So let me write that is qna by epsilon, right? And see, integration of 1 is x, and if you apply limit from 0 to xp, then this will be into xp. So here see, Emax that can be calculated by either this formula or this formula. Now in next video I'll explain you how we can have a calculation of xn and xp. In this video you just consider we can have Emax based on xn and xp. In next video I'll explain you how to calculate xn and how to calculate xp. Now next parameter is potential. So one should know, see here we have positive ion. So obviously at this end we have positive potential, and you see here we have negative ions. So obviously at this end we have negative potential. And if you want potential from electric field, then we need to have integration of this. So integration of this, that will be having somewhat this shape. You see it is not straight line, as this is straight line. So this will be second degree curve, and at the center potential will be 0. And see, this is what potential barrier V0 that one can say, right? Now how to calculate this potential barrier V0? So potential barrier V0, that can be calculated as per KT by Q into ln Na Nd by Ni square, where K is Boltzmann's constant, T is temperature in Kelvin, Q is charge, Na and Nd, that is acceptor concentration and donor concentration, and Ni is intrinsic concentration. So, see, this is how one can be able to calculate this potential barrier, right? And usually at room temperature, for room temperature, this value KT by Q you will be observing, that is 26 millivoltage, right? And that will change with respect to temperature. So here I have written this formula. In many of the books you will be observing this is written like Vt ln Na Nd by Ni square, and sometimes they are giving you Vt, that is 26 millivoltage. Even if it is not given, if you place values K, T and Q, you will be getting that only, right? And based on Na, Nd and Ni, one can be able to calculate this potential barrier V0. I hope you have understood this. Still, if you have any query, you just place that in comment box. In next video, what I'll do is I'll explain you how we can have a calculation of xn, xp and this depletion width W. This is very interesting session. where I'll explain you complete derivation step by step. Definitely that will be going to help you. So you just see next video. Thank you so much for watching this video.